Welcome to Hatha Yoga with Michael Dynie. And for today's class, we'll need 2 yoga blocks as well as a yoga strap. So we'll get started by laying onto our backs. Make yourself comfortable. You can set the blocks off to the side. And we'll start by laying down and drawing the knees in towards the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back into the floor, opening the chest. And just take a few moments here to connect with the breath, connect with your posture. Starting to deepen the breath through the nose by first lengthening the exhale. And then start to slow the inhale with ujjayi breathing. And so we'll give the right knee a big squeeze to the shoulder with both hands, and then straighten your left leg onto the mat. And take a breath in. As you exhale, engage the core and bow your head towards your knee. And as you inhale, slowly lower the head down. Exhale, tuck the chin, engage the core, and bow forward. Inhale, slowly release the head down. Last one. Exhale from the core, strong in the front of the neck. And inhale, relax the head down. And then we'll take the right foot outside of the left thigh for a spinal twist. Exhaling, bring the knees over towards the left. Open the right arm out to the side and gaze over that right shoulder. And take some deep breath, expanding the right side of the body. And we can draw the expansion of the inhale through the right side of the belly by contracting around the left side of the core. One more breath. And then come back to center. Draw both knees into the shoulders. Squeeze the left knee deeply and straighten the right leg onto the mat. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, engage the core, bowing head to knee. Hello, Lenny. Inhale, slowly lower the head. And again, exhale from the core, bowing forwards. Inhale, slowly lower the head. And last one, exhale, strong abdominals, strong muscles in the front of the neck. Inhale, release the head down. Exhale, bring that left foot outside of your right thigh. And then bring your knees over to the right side, gazing over your left arm. And breathe. So this might be a really nice stretch in the left hip as well. Use your hand to gently pull down on the leg. And then with a little bit of tension through the right side of the core, a gentle effort is probably enough. Try to breathe up the left side. One more breath. And come back to center. Draw both knees into the shoulders again. Center the pelvis on the mat. And then we'll make some movements with the hips, drawing the knees together in the midline. And then wide apart, lengthening inner legs. Again, knees together. And then make a big circle, taking the knees wide apart. And continue, nice and slow at your own pace. And you can have very gentle effort coming from the actual muscles in the hips if you use your hands to guide the movement. And then gradually use less and less support from the hands, so more and more of it comes from muscles in the hip joint. And then we can counterbalance that by engaging the abdominal core, drawing the front ribs in a little bit. So that prevents the hip flexors from going too crazy. And this energy around the core is called the apana, the energy of exhaling, of downward flow, of contraction, which relates to rounding the spine into flexion. And we use it to counterbalance the prana, which is the energy of opening up and expanding, the energy of back bending. So now we'll place the soles of the feet on the floor about hip width, keeping the knees bent. Rest your hands next to your feet. Relax and lengthen the belly. With a long inhale breath, lift the arms over the head towards the back of the mat. On the exhale, lift the hips up to bridge pose. Inhale, slowly bring the arms down. And exhale, lowering down through the vertebra. Again, inhale, lift the arms and reach back. Slow the movement. Exhale, lifting the hips. End of exhale, totally empty, and try holding the breath for a few seconds. Inhale, slowly bring the arms down. And exhaling, slowly lower through the spine. Pausing on empty. Inhale, lifts the arms, reaching back. Exhale, lifts the hips. Continue going at your own pace, a few more. And last one. And then as you lay down, bring your right leg up. Take a strap around the ball of the right foot. And try to straighten the right leg as much as you can comfortably by contracting the quadriceps in the front of the thigh. Flex toes to shin and reach up through the heel. From there, we can start to gently pull back on the yoga strap. So just a little bit of effort is enough. Find a stretch that feels comfortable. It might be in the back of the calf, maybe it's in the hamstring. And see if you can honor the natural curve. So with your left hand, try to slide the left hand underneath the lumbar curve, just to see if it's there. Your sacrum's on the floor, but the lumbar curve naturally goes off the floor. And then bring the leg out to the right side and back to the center. Big circular movements in that right leg. Out to the side and then across the center halfway. Keep on exploring at your own pace. If you know you're quite flexible, you can also straighten the left leg onto the mat, in which case you'll try to keep the left leg completely still. And try to roll the left shoulder back into the floor. And so you'll probably notice quite quickly that this involves engaging the core and engaging the glutes, the quadriceps, various muscles around the left hip joint. And then we'll open to the right and hold for 5 breaths. Feel free to bring your hand a little further up the strap towards the foot and then contract the front of the thigh. And we'll take a few more breaths. And engaging the inner right thigh, come back to center. And we'll take 5 more in the center. So ease up on the strap a little bit, point your foot, and with an exhale, tuck the chin, Engage the core and start to bow forward towards the leg. So you point the foot up and it's resisting the pull of the arm, engaging the back of the right thigh. And then relax the head down. Flex your toes towards your shin. Relax the back of the leg. And gently pull back a little bit more. We'll hang out for 3 more breaths in this new range of motion. Flexing toes towards shin. Try to keep the legs straight, quadriceps contracted. One more breath. And then remove the strap and let go. Bend the right knee with the foot on the floor. And take the strap around the left foot. Try to straighten the left leg, engaging quadriceps. Engage the front of the shin as you flex the toes towards the shin. And then pressing up through the heel, we'll pull back on the strap. Take about 5 breaths in the middle. Just relaxing the back of the leg. Ease into it. Keep the quadriceps contracted. That's going to send a signal to the leg to straighten and to lengthen the hamstrings more comfortably. And check in with that natural curve of your lumbar spine. 2 more breaths. And then holding the strap with the left hand, make some big circles going out to the left and then back to the center, even crossing the midline halfway. Big circular movements. Explore. If you are really flexible again, you can straighten the right leg onto the mat. If you find that causes the left knee to bend, better to keep the right knee bent as well. And then try to straighten the left leg. Make that the priority. And then opening to the left, gently pull back on the strap. Roll the right shoulder into the floor. We'll take about 5 breaths here. Proud open chest. Focus on those full exhalations. One more breath. Activating inner left thigh. Inhale back to center. And then holding the strap, we're going to point the foot. So you're going to push the foot up into the strap. Notice how this tones the back of the leg. Engage the core, tuck the chin, and bow forward for a few breaths. So your leg is working against the resistance of the arm. You can match the resistance in both directions so nothing moves, but there's a lot of strengthening happening in the back of the leg. And this is training the back of the leg or training the hamstrings in the nervous system to believe that it's in control of this range of motion. One more breath like that. And then inhale, relax the head down. Keep hold of the strap. Flex toes to shin. Consciously relax the back of the leg. Engage the quadriceps and pull back. And you may find you get more range of motion now. So we'll hold this for about 3 more breaths. Be where it feels good. Try to keep those quads contracting. Keep the legs straight. And then let go, release. Very good. Bring the arms out to the sides like wings and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Keeping the feet as wide as the mat. And then crossing the shins, we'll make our way up to a sitting position. So any old comfortable seat will do. fix my wires here. There we go. And then take a yoga block underneath your sitting bones, just to make it a little bit easier to sit upright. And we'll do a little bit of breathing before we get into more of the movement practice. So with the hands resting on your lap, we'll incorporate a really slow ujjayi breath. So it sounds something like this. This is the sound of the exhale. It's kind of like fogging up a glass with the mouth closed. So I'm going to take an exhale for about 5 seconds. And keep on going till you're empty. Hold the breath for a few seconds. And then take a slow breath in with that same constriction in the throat. And a few more breaths like that. Long exhale to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty and hold the breath for 2 seconds. Relaxing the belly, inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then continue watching your breath on your own. You can also engage the abs a bit near the end of your exhale. And one more breath cycle like that. And now we'll do a different breathing technique, which is called the skull polishing breath. So if you've had a recent abdominal surgery, you'll leave this one out. It involves a really quick and forceful exhale. It looks something like this. So I'm aiming it mostly around the belly button and below. There's still a contraction in the upper belly, but not too much, because that would pull the rib cage down. So we're keeping an upright spine and intending most of the effort around the low belly. To start this, we'll do it through the mouth, and then I'll talk you through a second set. So it'll look like this. Breathe in through the nose, and then quick exhale through the mouth. So we'll do about 3 more like that. Good. Exhale fully. Hold your breath for a few seconds. And then take a relaxed ujjayi breath in. And slow breath out. Now for the next one, we'll do it through the nose. So exhale through the nose. The trick is only taking a little breath in with your belly soft. So we'll take a little breath in, and then throat relaxed, exhale through the nose. And exhale all the air out. Strong core. Empty and hold the breath for a few seconds. Relax the belly and take a breath in. And then take a few natural recovery breaths. So if you felt any kind of pressure in the head, if it felt uncomfortable, that's a sign that you need to take less of a breath in, relax your belly, and also force the exhale out a little bit more. So the trick is only taking a little breath in before you start. Let's do another cycle. So we'll take a normal breath out before we begin. Engage your core a little bit. Then relaxing the belly, take a small breath in, and active exhale, passive inhale. So you can really engage the abs. As you exhale, we'll go for 30 more. You're welcome to stop at any point if you feel the need. Twenty more. Good. 10 more. And then exhale all the air out and hold the breath once you're empty. Empty, hold the breath, swallow your saliva. Holding another 3 seconds. 2, 1, relax the belly and take a big breath in. And a long breath out. End of exhale, try holding the breath for a few seconds. And then relax the belly to breathe in. Letting the air in slowly. And let the exhale out slowly. Closing your eyes. We'll take a few relaxed, slow breath. You can use the ocean sound of ujjayi breathing again. So I'll leave you on your own to breathe for another 30 seconds or so. And welcome back. So you can take the yoga blocks off to the side now. And we'll meet in table position. Place the hands just underneath your shoulders, knees below the hips. And then take a breath in to gently arch your spine. Relax the belly and bring the heart forward. And then as you exhale, move from the pelvis, drop the tail, round the low back, upper back, and then drop the chin in. Inhale, slowly come forwards with the heart, moving into a back bend. Arch the whole spine. And then exhale from the pelvis, tensioning the core, around the back, spreading the shoulder blades. And a few more at your own pace. Go ahead and explore getting movement through the whole spine. And on your next exhale, drop the tail and sit back towards the heels. Try bringing the hands a few inches further forward. As you inhale, come forward into table pose, shoulders over wrists. And as you exhale, tuck the toes under, push back to down dog, lifting knees, push the hips back. Inhale, table pose, lowering the knees down. Exhale, drop the tail and sit towards your heels. Inhale, table pose. Exhale, look to your belly button and push back to down dog. Inhale to table. Slowly bring the knees down with core strength. Exhale, sit towards the heels. A few more at your own pace. Inhale, table. Exhale, look to the belly button, tension the core, downward facing dog. Inhale, table, strong core, slowly bring the knees down. Exhale, sit towards the heels. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, cat pose, look to your belly button, And push back to downward facing dog. And then we'll hold the dog. You can walk it out, bending one leg, straighten the other, move the hips side to side, walk the dog. And then bending your knees, bring your hands towards your feet, coming into ragdoll. Hold on to opposite elbows. Let your torso sway from side to side. And then find your yoga strap. Bend your knees, tuck the chin, and we'll slowly roll all the way up to standing. And we'll meet standing in mountain pose with the feet about hip width apart or so. You can take your yoga strap, and then holding your right hand out, you can place the strap on your hand so the end of the strap is coming in around your thumb and index finger. And then we'll do the same with the other end. And then from there, you try to pull the strap apart. It might be a little bit wide, so I'm going to tighten mine up a little bit by rolling the hands in. Good. So now it's a good strong grip. Take an inhale to press the arms up. Try to tear the strap apart. And then as you exhale, engage the core and explore bringing it behind you. If it's impossible, you may have to loosen it up some more. On an inhale, reach the arms straight up. On the exhale, tension the core and the buttocks to bring the band behind you. And then continue. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, bring it behind you, opening across the chest. And a few more to go. There's a lot of compensations the body will do to escape the stretch of the chest. One of them is arching the back, sticking the bum out. So we try to engage the core and the glutes, essentially lifting the pubic bone and dropping the tailbone. And this will help you maintain a more neutral position. And the other compensation, once you've done all that, is the neck will tend to stick out. So think of creating a slight double chin. And you may even find that your lower core starts to draw in, the lower transverse abdominis, and you can get a sense of lengthening out through the crown of the head. So find a sweet spot. We're going to hold it for 5 more breaths. Squeeze the shoulder blades and try to tear the band apart. Tension the core. Slight tuck of the chin. 3 more breaths. One more breath. And then bring the strap up. And relax your arms by your sides. We'll roll the shoulders up and back. Big circular movements. Take the feet a little bit wider apart. Lift and spread your toes. And then pivot out over the heels. The movement comes from the hip joints as we turn the feet. It's actually coming from the femurs and the hip sockets. So we'll turn the feet out a little bit. Bend your knees. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, side bend to the left, contracting left side. Inhale across center. Exhale to the right. Try to tear the strap apart gently. Inhale across center. Exhale other side. Stretching the right side of the spine. Inhale across center. Exhale, stretching the left side of the spine, all the way up to the armpit. Inhale, center. And then we'll side bend to the left and hold. So push that right arm up and breathe. If your shoulder hurts at all, take the shoulder further forward in front of the face. And that's an easy cue to help engage serratus anterior, the main shoulder stabilizer that spreads the shoulder blade out. A few more breaths. And then come back to center, both sides of the core strong. One more on the other side. Leaning over to the right, you can push the shoulders forward a little bit, and then try to pull the band apart. Both sides of the core strong. Come back up, and then bring the band behind you. From there, you can wiggle the hands a little bit closer to each other. And then we'll loop the shoulders up, back, and down. Shoulders up, back, and then down. Do that a few more times. And we'll call this the shoulder loop. With your legs parallel, take an inhale to loop the shoulders, open your chest, pull the strap off your spine, and then exhale, fold forward, bending the knees, pull through the arms, and breathe. 5 breaths. You can also explore rotating the spine towards one knee and then towards the other. And then letting go of the strap, you can set it aside to the floor, bend the knees, and slowly roll all the way up through your spine. And we'll meet back in mountain pose. Gently press the backs of the hands into each other, circling the wrists. And then bring the feet all the way together. Grabbing hold of your right wrist, inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left, hips out to the right. Back to center on the inhale, same side again. Exhale, side bending to the left. Back to center again, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left, and we'll hold for 3 breaths. Stretching up the right side of the spine, squeeze on the right wrist. Reach long through the right fingertips. Engaging both sides of the core. Inhale, come up. Then grabbing your left wrist. Exhale, side bend the other way. Back to center, strong in both sides of the core. And again, side bend. And back to center, last one. Exhale, side bend. Squeezing on that left wrist, we'll take 3 slow breaths. And then moving from the core, inhale, come up. And exhale, relax the arms down. So take your right arm behind you, squeezing the right wrist, shoulders away from the ears, and then bring your left ear down to your left shoulder. Strongly draw the shoulders away from the ears. You can also squeeze the right wrist towards the floor and breathe. Inviting a stretch through the right side of the neck. You can explore a little bit to find the sweet spot, and then hold. And the more you can pull down on the wrists, the more it'll affect the stretch through the right side of the neck as the shoulder is depressed. And then relax the effort. Slowly come back to center. Bring the ear from shoulder to shoulder as a counter pose. And then squeeze that left wrist behind your back. Pull the wrist towards the floor. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring your right ear down towards the right shoulder. Make some little movements to explore. And then commit to a sweet spot. Shoulders drawing down. And then slowly come back to center. Very good. Roll your shoulders up and back. Bring your ear from shoulder to shoulder as a counterbalance. And then we'll step the feet wider apart. You can place a yoga block underneath each hand. So we'll set up in like a wide-legged fold types of position. Take the feet 4 to 5 feet apart. Blocks could be on their highest heights. Now as you inhale, push your hands down, lift your heart, try to straighten the legs. As you exhale, keep pushing into the blocks. Start to bend your elbows and fold. Inhale, relift the heart. If you're a bit looser, you might take the blocks to their lower height or take the hands to the floor. Exhale, folding. And then 3 more times. Inhale, lift the heart halfway. Soft touch on the fingertips, so we're using more of the legs. Exhale, fold again. 2 more. Inhale, lift the heart, and then lift the chin. Light touch on the fingers. Exhale, fold. And last one. Inhale, roll up halfway. Exhale, fold forward, and we'll take 5 slow breaths. Engaging quadriceps, fronts of thighs. If this hurts your lower back, try keeping the heart lifted instead with a slight bend at the knees. Find what feels right. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to waist. Inhale all the way up. Exhale fully, and then flexing toes to shins, we'll turn the feet away from each other. So it's the goddess squat, also known as the horse stance. Take your hands along the insides of the thighs close to the knees and explore bending your knees, and then contract the buttocks to sit a little bit higher. Bend your knees and contract the buttocks, get a little bit higher. Once more, bend the knees and then contract the glutes. And we'll pause there, take a breath in. As you exhale, press your left shoulder forward and turn the head to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come up, strong buttocks. Other side, exhale, right shoulder forward, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come up. Again, other side on the exhale. So you can bow forward as you press the shoulder forward. Inhale, center. And see if you can feel the core activating as you do the movements. And a few more each direction. Keep moving with your breath. And then we'll meet back in the center. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract the buttocks and pause. Sit a little bit higher. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs. And exhale, relax down. Hands to waist. Turn the toes in again, so legs are parallel. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back, lifting your heart. And then exhale, hands to the yoga blocks or the floor. Inhale, lift the heart halfway, straighten the legs, and really hug the thigh bones up to the hip sockets. Then bring one of the blocks to the center. You can slide the other one off to the side. So take a breath in. As you exhale, right arm up to the sky, twisting. Inhale, lower the hand. And other side, exhale, left arm up. Inhale, lowering the hand. Exhale, right arm up. Inhale, lower the hand. Exhale, left arm up, and hold the pose. Pushing into the right hand, engage the right shoulder, engage the right side of the core, and try to turn the left chest open, squeezing left shoulder blade to middle back. 2 more breaths. Use the exhale to really connect with the core of the body. And on the exhale, lower the left hand down. Take a breath in, lift the heart. Exhale, right arm up to the sky. And pause in the posture, breathing deep. Right shoulder blade squeezing to middle back. And exhale, slowly bring the hand down. Find both of your yoga blocks, and we'll turn the feet away from each other. Bend your left leg and straighten the right leg, lifting the ball of the right foot up. And then switch sides, bending right leg, slowly straighten the left leg. And so you could stay up high like me, aiming your knee more or less over your ankle, strongly engage the buttock. You might explore taking the feet a little bit further apart from each other as well. If you have the flexibility, the mobility in your knee, you're welcome to approach the full squat, bending the knee fully, and then squeeze your heels towards each other to come across the center. And the closer you can stay to the floor, the harder it's going to be in that transition. If you're feeling really strong there, you might even bring the hands together near heart center, where we're really relying on the legs squeezing in towards each other. Next time the left leg bends, we'll pause there. And you have various options. You could be using the yoga blocks, pushing down. Flex right toes to shin. If you're a little bit looser, you might place a yoga block underneath your buttock. Eventually remove the block and go into a full squat if that's available to you. So if the arms are free, try reaching the right arm up. We'll take 5 more breaths here. And exhale, look down. You can use the blocks to transition or keep the hands at the heart for more of a challenge. And then turning the right foot out, bend the right knee so the thigh, knee, and foot are on the same angle. Feel free to use the blocks. If your arms are free, maybe you reach that left arm up, emphasizing turning the left chest open. Three more breaths. And then lowering the hand, slowly come back to the center. Turn the feet parallel, toes in a little bit. So feet about 3 feet apart. Inhale, push into the hands, lift the heart. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to waist. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale fully. Now bring your feet about hip width or so, slightly angling the feet out. And then bring your hands just in front of your heart. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, squat so your pelvis is as low as your knees. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, squatting, shoulders forward, core of the body drawing in. So front ribs are drawing in. Inhale, coming up. 3 more to go. And so with this arm position, we're biasing the apana energy, the energy that hugs trees and rounds in. 2 more. And then pause at the bottom, holding for 3 breaths. 1. Core drawing in. 2. And 3. Slowly come up to standing. And relax. Take a few moments to feel the residue. Few deep breaths. Okay, round 2. So for this next one, we'll reach the arms forward, palms face each other. And then think of slightly drawing the arm bones back. So we're going to work with a bit more of a neutral spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, come up. If that felt pretty good in your low back, Try bringing the arms all the way up. Exhale, sitting. Front ribs draw in. Inhale, come up. 3 more to go. Exhale, sitting. Inhale, rise. Exhale, squatting. You can have the toes angling out slightly, knees pressing out. Inhale, come up. And we'll pause at the bottom for 3 breaths. So exhale, squatting, core strong. And hold for 3 breaths. 1, 2, strong buttocks, heavy heels. And 3, inhale to come up. And exhale, relax down, arms at sides. And then we'll take the feet about parallel hip width. With an inhale, roll the shoulders up and back, lifting the heart. And with an exhale, fold, bending the knees. You can hold on to the back of your legs or hook the big toes with 2 fingers. Inhale, look up, lift the heart a little bit. And then exhale, engage the front of the thighs. Start to fold forward to your own comfortable degree. And breathe. Be where it feels good. Slight tuck of the chin, back of the neck long. If this hurts your lower back, try bending your knees. And then you may find it more comfortable to round forward towards the legs. Inhale, look forward. Take your yoga blocks and place them at the very front of the mat. And then pushing your hands into the blocks, inhale up halfway. Exhale, pause, bend your knees. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up to standing. Exhale, mountain pose. And bend both knees, hands at the heart. Lean over your right ankle, so you're shifting the whole body to the right. Pick up your left heel and make some circles in that left hip joint. Out to the sides, into the center. Big circular movements. And then we'll step the left foot back, turning it towards the side of the mat, right foot straight ahead. Bend your right knee, warrior 2 stance. With an inhale, lift the arms and straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the right knee, looking over the fingertips. Again, inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, warrior 2. I'll do about 3 more like that, going at your own pace. Bend the knee to your own comfortable degree. As the arms go overhead, there is a tendency to flare the ribs out. A little bit of flare is fine, but try to engage the apana a little bit to bring the front ribs in. Very gentle effort. And then from warrior 2, we'll bend the right knee, and you can take your hand down to a yoga block. I like to have it just outside of the heel, and then press the knee out into the arm. Big circles in that left shoulder, forward by the ear and back by the hip. And this is a variation of extended side angle. And then reaching near the ear, pause at a sweet spot. Maybe you're reaching a little bit higher to help open the chest. Maybe you're staying closer to the ear to work on the overhead range of motion. Both are great. Contract the buttocks, squeeze the heels towards each other, and breathe. And then moving from the side of the core, inhale, come up, warrior 2 stance. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, engaging the front of the thigh. Lift and spread right toes. You can either slide your hand down your leg or touch the yoga block if that's available. And then top arm straight up to the sky. If it hurts to look at the top thumb, keep the head neutral instead and draw the ears back over the shoulders, puffing up the chest. And then bending your right knee. Inhale, warrior 2 stance. And then exhale, glide the foot forward into mountain pose. And we'll take a moment to feel the residue on that side and then repeat that mini sequence on the left leg. So bending both knees, pick up your right knee and make circles in the right hip joint, out to the side and back. Try to engage with the buttocks. And then we'll step the right foot back, turning the pelvis to the right, following the foot. Open the arms up like warrior two. Open the chest. With an inhale, lift the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, warrior two, bending the left knee. And continue at your own pace. Front ribs drawing in as you reach up. Try to slow your breath. Moving with the breath. And last one. Exhale, side angle. Bend the left knee and take the block outside of the heel. Press the knee out into the arm. And then big circles in the right shoulder. And then reaching just above the ear, pause at a sweet spot. Contract the buttocks and core to turn the right chest open. And then reach long through the fingertips, firm through the back heel. And breathe. And moving from the core, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg, lift and spread left toes. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, take left hand down onto the leg or touch the block. The usefulness of pushing into the block is that helps contract the left side of the core, so we can really create length up the right side. Hey, buddy. My teacher, Bhagwan Das, is joining me today. I was ready for you, Bhagwan. I set aside your yoga blocks, the ones with all the corners chewed off. And then we'll bend that left knee, looking down. Inhale, warrior two, coming up. And then exhale, step to the front of the mat in mountain pose. Take a moment to feel the residue. And with an exhale, bring the hands together. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and reach forwards. Inhale, sit a little bit taller, contracting the buttocks. Draw the front ribs in and breathe. Arms lifting into chair pose, 5 breaths. So we draw in, tension the core. Arms about shoulder width. Ears back over the shoulders. You can play with the weight transfer in the feet, going more forward or more back. See what feels unusual. See what feels new. And exhale, bend your knees even more, taking the hands down. Inhale, lift the head, and then we'll come into a sitting position. So you can set your feet out in front. And then take a yoga strap around your left foot. We'll take the right foot towards the inner thigh, so there's about 90 degrees or so between the knees. And the usefulness of the strap here is it accommodates tight hamstrings. It also accommodates those with shorter arms. I have really long arms, so I can get away without using it. But for a lot of years, I was very tight, and I had to use a strap. So let's focus on lifting the heart. Gently pull back a little bit, engaging between the shoulder blades. Find your upright spine, ears back over the shoulders. Same feeling as chair pose. And then lean back a little bit and see if you can straighten the leg a little more. The knee might have to be bent, that's fine. Just pull back on the leg anyway and see how much you can attempt to straighten. And very slowly bring the heel down. Take an inhale to lift the heart. Walk the hands up the strap, letting the shoulder blades spread apart. And then exhale, fold over that left leg. If it feels comfortable to round your back, go for it. If that hurts, focus on lifting the heart, and that'll help you in terms of posture. And then inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, set the strap aside. Take the right hand just off to your right side. And then with an inhale, lift the hips. Left arm reaching by the ear. And breathe. This is very similar to extended side angle. So draw the front ribs in, ears back over shoulders. And then reach long through the left arm, lengthening the left side body. Try to plant the sole of the left foot into the floor and engage the buttocks. 2 more breaths. On a long exhale, slowly sit back. And then we'll switch, taking the right leg out, left foot in. Loop a strap around the right foot, holding it with both hands. I like to hold it quite loosely to get that action of retracting the shoulder blades as we lift the heart. So really puff up your chest. See if you can connect with the lower core, the same muscles we were trying to activate in the skull polishing breath earlier. And then lean back a little bit and see how much you can straighten the leg, pushing out against the strap. Two more breaths. Keep a little squeeze in between the shoulder blades. And then very slowly, let the foot come down. This time we'll allow the shoulder blades to spread apart. Take the strap around the foot. And then with an inhale, lift the heart as much as you can. And exhale, shoulders forward. You can pull back a little bit, keeping the spine straight, or allow the spine to round forward, your choice. Just slightly different benefits, but both are quite good. And then inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, set the strap aside, take the left hand behind you. And then inhale, spin the right leg in, plant the sole of the foot, and reach through the arm. Front ribs moving in, slight tuck of the chin, lengthen out long through the crown of the head. And breathe. 3 more breaths. Then a long exhale, slowly sitting back. Bring the feet about 1.5 feet in front of you for tortoise pose. Take a breath in to lift the heart, pressing the heels towards you. And then exhale, slide the hands underneath your shins. Hold on wherever you can reach, whether it's the shins or the feet. Inhale, lift the heart. Gently draw the arm bones back. And then exhale, bow towards the feet, rounding the spine. And breathe. Allow the back of the spine to stretch out. Try to relax the effort. There's just a very gentle effort to draw the arm bones back, pressing the elbows towards the pelvis. And try to relax your belly. And then inhale to lift the heart. We'll bring the legs together. Start with a strap around the soles of the feet. This pose is called Western stretch or Pachimotanasana. So the idea is to use the least amount of strap as necessary, but find a position where you can get the back straight and hinge forward a little bit at the hip. So this is really the first phase of it. You may have to bend your knees a little bit to do that. Hinge forward and pull back. And we'll take our first 5 breaths in this straighter spine position. So find those pull muscles, and then see how much you can straighten the legs comfortably. The heart is lifting, the lower belly is drawing in. Quadriceps are contracting. Inner legs are squeezing. And then inhale, slowly look up. And exhale, fold over your legs from there. You can bow the head down towards your legs, or simply relax the arms on the floor to make it more passive. It's your choice. If it's available to you, you might hold on to the feet and use less than 10% of your available power to pull back with the arms. So it's a very relaxed effort. And pulling back on the feet or the strap, inhale, lift the heart to a straight spine. Exhale, sit up taller, drawing the front ribs in. And then bending the knees, bring the feet about 1.5 feet or so in front of you. Just make sure that the runway behind you is clear. And then take a breath in. As you exhale, ears back, chin down, engage the core to slide down the back. And then inhale, come up. So the head and shoulders will stay off the ground. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come up. And you can push the heels into the floor for assistance as you go. 3 more. Engaging into the abdominals. Last one. And then come all the way down. Head and shoulders are the last thing to come down. And then bring your knees into the shoulders for full happy baby. Knees wide apart. Lift the ankles to the sky and take hold of the feet or the shins, whatever you can reach. Then explore drawing one knee down and then the other, gently rocking side to side. And then draw both knees down, pausing in the center, and breathe. You're welcome to stay in this pose. Option 2, take hold of the big toes and straighten the legs out to the sides. So it's like a straddle split on your back, a wide-legged split. If you can't hold the toes, but you'd like to try that, another nice way to approach it is holding the inner thighs or even holding the back of the thighs around the hamstrings, whatever you can reach. And then think about moving by trying to straighten the legs using the quadricep muscles. The hands are just there for support. And bending the knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. Spread the arms like wings and windshield wiper the legs side to side one last time. Keeping the feet as wide as the mat as the legs windshield wiper. And then make your way into Relaxation Shavasana. You can stretch the feet out past the corners of the mat. Relax your arms by your sides and completely let go of the effort. Let the eyes relax. Let go of any control over the breath. And give yourself at least 5 minutes of relaxation. If you have more time, more time. Just closing the eyes and letting go of any control over the breath. Completely let go of the body. And thank you very much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Take as long of a rest as you can. Thanks, everybody.